Okay, so this next video is going to be on how I apply my powder. So I use a combination of not translucent powder, but I do use translucent powder. I use a combination of loose powder as well as pressed powders. My absolute favorite powder is this RCMA powder. I can use this all over my face, and that be what I use to just completely just set my face. I like the Bobbi Brown powder, and this is in the powder Warm Natural. I love natural neutral colors, and this is a nice natural neutral color. I also like the Fit Me powder, and I only use this for my areas where I highlighted it. I like and the color that I use for the Fit Me is medium deep. For as come out of here, come out of here. I can't get it. Okay, so this is like an absolute splurge, and I absolutely love it. This is the Chanel Poudre Universelle Libre. I don't know how the hell to say that shit, but it's a finishing powders, natural finish loose powder, and I have it in the shade 3. This shit is really good, and I really like it. And you know, it was just one of those things that I decided to splurge on, and I'm happy I did. I like it. You know, I deserve nice things, and I splurged. So right now I'm going to take this RCMA no color powder, and I'm going to set my entire face with that. You don't need a whole lot, and it doesn't matter how much you use, it's going to be totally fine. So what I do is I take my beauty blender and I press it into it, go to an area where there's no powder, and I tap off the excess, and then I shake it off like that, because I don't want it to just be falling out everywhere. I want everything to be nice and smooth. So I first like to set my areas where I highlighted at. And what I'm going to do is make sure that I just press that in to where I don't see that powder anymore. So I'm just blending or pressing till I cannot see that powder anymore. Just like that. Nice and smooth. Pick up some more, dust it off, press that in. Press. Carter don't need no press. Press. Just like that. And at this point is where you should be feeling like, okay, bitch, I am looking completely filtered. Because that is whatever powder that you use, that is what the look you should be getting off. If that powder doesn't make you look like you're filtered, throw it away. So taking it down here, pressing it in. You don't need much for your, above your lip. Taking it down my nose, taking it over. At this point, like, it's just like whatever's kind of left on my palette. Don't need much. So if I want my look to be kind of natural, I'm just gonna go on with my contour powder. But if I want it to be a little bit more like boom bam, thank you ma'am, I'm gonna take my Chanel powder or my Fit Me powder, and I am going to apply that, and I'm gonna let it bake. I like the Chanel powder because when I tell you it is fine, it is fine. And I'm just lightly dapping it to all the areas where I highlighted. I'm gonna let that sit So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let that bake, marinate, and whatnot. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a powder, a pressed powder, and my little favorite powders, which I don't remember the names because I haven't been doing my foundation like I'm talking about. I like cinnamon, and I also like copper brown from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I created this little kit for myself. So I take a mixture of those two, shake out that excess, and I like this little contour brush. Yep, it's called a contour brush from Real Techniques. I'm gonna take that directly over top of where I cream contoured, and I'm going to stipple that product in. Just like so. It was a bit much. It's okay. I can fix that. Remember, we're not going past the line. We want it to be directly on the product. Blend it upwards. And you see, I'm just only pressing. That's my personal preference. Gonna add some up here. And I'm making sure that that is into my hairline as well. Like so. Whatever's left on my brush, I tend to go like this here number. My last little step in powdering, I like to take a big fluffy brush and my dark tan from MAC. It's a Mineralized Skin Finish, and I'm gonna take this all over my face, going in just like this. I'm just pressing it all into my face. And this is what that last little step of goodness is gonna do. It is going to make everything come together and look extremely smooth. I'm going directly over that powder I put underneath my eyes, over my nose, all of that. Putting it everywhere. Then I am going to also go back. See, in this little moment after you do that, you want to play around with your contour and whatnot. Like if you feel like you lost a little bit of color, you can go back in with whatever color you feel like you need and just kind of add it back. So I'm just taking like a little fluffy brush to add a little bit more color, just in little certain areas. Like so, just to add some more color back in. So far as my nose contour goes, I have a special product I use for that in powder form. It's gonna be somewhere over the rainbow. Here it is. So I like to use an eyeshadow called Uninterrupted by MAC, and a little fluffy brush, just a little fluffy eyeshadow brush. Put all this crap back up, and I'm gonna start from underneath my brow and into my brow, like so. Tap out that excess and go down the center of my nose, both sides, just like that. So my nose is nice and contoured now. And that would literally be all of my little powder setting powder, how I set my face, what I would do. So my next thing I would do, I would literally go in with a setting spray, which I'm going to use this Urban Decay All Nighter spray. I'm gonna drench my face in that. Just go for it. Just go for it. If you got some nice powders, some nice products, don't worry about it, because you're gonna be just fine. But you want to drench your face because you want all of that powder to just kind of settle in and just become all nice and smooth. And this is the point where I would add my highlight, and I'm gonna use another little fluffy brush, and I take it right there on that bone. I do a combination of like windshield wiper motion as well as like stippling. Take a little bit on your nose, not like a whole lot, just a little bit. Like, I just see so many people adding so much. Like, chill with the nose highlight. Like, it should be a glaze, like not like a glazed donut, just like, you know how like if you was to put the donut into the microwave and it all just melts off of it, it should be like that. Your highlight should not be like the white icing on a donut, you know what I mean? Like, just a glaze, okay? Not like, ooh, I'm going to, like, I see people like this. I don't know if y'all can see it, but like, that's too much. Like this here, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. That's unreal. Like, that shit about to drive me crazy. Why I do that? I ain't gonna go nowhere better. Lord, that is too much. Okay, like, don't do that. Don't do that. Your friends ain't your friends. Y'all remember how I used to tell y'all, your friends ain't your friends if they don't tell you that shit look fucked up, okay? Because they look fucked. Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, your highlight should be nice and like subtle and blending in. You shouldn't see where it starts and stops at. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So this would be it for as like my powder products go. Yep. Yeah, this would be everything that I would do as far as my powder products go. If you have any questions, make sure you hit the comment section up for you, girl. Make sure you thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you thought it was informative, make sure you thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to this here channel. Okay, thank you.